Hi, my name is Andrea Sison, and I'm here to teach you guys about the neurons. So neurons are long, thin cells of nerve tissue that transmits messages to and from the brain. They are held in place by glia or glue cells, which makes up about 90% of our brain. They send excitatory or inhibitory messages. They either fire or don't fire at all. They cannot fire partially. This phenomenon is called the all or none principle. If the excitatory signals minus the inhibitory signals surpasses a certain threshold, it the combined signals trigger an action potential. Neurons communicate through action potentials, which are electric impulses that travel down an axon. When it is in resting potential, it is positively charged outside and negatively charged inside. So we can remember this by associating resting with negative inside, because negative is usually associated with something less than zero. So having less than zero energy makes you in a resting state. After firing, the neuron has a short period of time where it cannot fire again. This is called the refractory period. There are three types of neurons: sensory or afferent, motor or afferent, and interneurons. Sensory or afferent neurons relays information or messages from the body to the brain. We can remember this by associating sensory with the word senses. So the message comes from our senses, our body, and it goes to our brain. The next one is motor or afferent neurons, which relays information from the brain to the body. We can remember this by associating a motor or like an engine to an engine. So the message comes from the engine, which in this case is our brain, and it sends the message or information to the other parts, in this case our body. Interneurons relay messages within the brain. We can remember this by the word inter, which you can associate with inside. So the message is inside the brain, or the neurons are inside the brain. So the different parts of neurons are the cell body, dendrites, axon, and axon terminals. The cell body is the cell's life support center. This contains the nucleus and gives the energy it needs for the reaction to occur. Dendrites receive the messages from other cells. Axons is where the message is passed down from the cell body to other neurons. The axon terminal is where the message is sent onto the next neuron. No two neurons actually touch. The gap between them is called the synapse. This is where they send messages to each other by releasing neurotransmitters, which are our brain chemicals. If there is leftover neurotransmitters, it is taken up again by the synapse, which is called reuptake.